Well, hello everyone. It's Lulu and welcome to my Sunday night chit chat. I have begun, relaunched my beauty or makeup videos. I started in that when I started my channel. It was all about makeup and beauty and skincare, and the last few years I kind of fell away from that. And just kind of thought, well, maybe Sunday chit chats would be a great way to kind of catch up every week. And so Fridays are my Friday makeup fun days. Friday makeup fun Fridays. Anyway, I hope you enjoy those as well. And tonight, I have been busy watching the Oscars. I've had a little wine. Weekends, I have wine. Probably Sunday night, I shouldn't because work is Monday, but I don't know. I mean, I usually have like sips of wine during my Sunday night chit chats, but maybe I've had more than a few sips. Sip. Oh my gosh, wouldn't it be great if this went viral? Anyway, been watching the Oscars, and my cat claws come out on Oscar night because I don't watch movies, I don't go to movies, I don't rent videos, I don't stream videos. So all these people are kind of like neutral to me. Like I don't have any favorites. Now when it comes to the more seasoned actors like Al Pacino, Elizabeth Taylor, I realize she's gone, Richard Rock Hudson, I realize he's gone. But when it comes Al Pacino, did I say that already? I do know them, but the newer ones, I've certainly heard their names long enough. Charlize, oh geez, maybe I don't. Renee Zellweger. I know their name, Brad Pitt, I know their names enough to understand their art and their form. I have no comments in the videos because really this year I really didn't know that many, but it seems Parasite was kind of like a big one. So good for him, I guess. I don't know. But this is my Sunday night chit chat, and thank you so much for joining me. I have a few topics to talk about, and I will get through them very quickly. First of all, this week on February 4th was my dad's, who is gone. He's gone, will be 16 years in April. It would have been his 98th birthday. And he was, I don't know what they say about girls and their dads, but you know, you often hear about their relationship. My dad was my cheerleader. I can hardly talk about him. I didn't expect to cry about this, but I've had a very lucky life in that I've had great male relationships. I have two fabulous sons. My husband, you all know, is beyond description. Okay, nobody is perfect. I'm not saying my sons are perfect. I'm not saying my husband is perfect. I'm not saying my dad was perfect. But my dad was my cheerleader. Who I am today is because of my dad. And as you know, my mom is living with me, had a wonderful mother. She was the epitome of strength, of family, of finding a way no matter what. She worked whatever job she had to when they first came to this country to help their family. I've been blessed with two really strong parents, but I've especially been blessed with men in my life. And it's probably because of my dad. Like I would only choose the best of, which was Vito. I would only raise sons along with Vito who would be the best of. So he would have been 98. Unbelievable. Speaking of mom, you probably know, you've been following me. She's been in the hospital. She had surgery for her giant size hernia. And then she went to rehab and she got incredibly strong. She worked, I don't even want to think about how hard they made her work. Like, not in a bad way, but in a rehab way. And rehab is not easy. And she's home now. Wow, what a difference that rehab made. And she did it. She did it. And she's 92. She did it. And I can see, my sisters, everyone can see the difference in her strength. I can only hope it continues. She did a remarkable job. Like, there's not enough applause for her in what she did at rehab, because it was freaking tough. It would be freaking tough for anyone, let alone a 92-year-old after surgery. Holy cow. Okay, let's see. Oh, TCA peel. So is it 2 weeks now? I did TCA peel, at home peel. It's a very strong peel. Normally you go, many go to a dermatologist rather than risking it at home. It's a very strong peel, and you do peel like a snake. Like, even if you've been on Retin-A and you're like, oh my gosh, I have all these flakies, nothing compared to TCA peel. You are peeling like a lizard. And I am so happy I did it. I do it a couple of times a year, and it makes such a difference to my age spots, to my vibrance, to everything. I tried videoing it, and I did video it day by day, but I didn't like the results of it, again, because I have this lousy camera. I have to invest in a better camera. But you, you almost can't go out in public. That's how much you peel. All right. I want to say thank you, a big shout out to my ladies, not Lulus. I mean, Lulu's Beauty Friends. The link is below. This is my Facebook group that, even though it's called Lulu's Beauty Friends, is really rarely about beauty. It is about mature life. Mature life. And they have been really wonderful regarding my mom. I think my mom has crossed the line into dementia, but I don't know. It might be, even though it's 2.5 weeks later, it might be the effects of anesthesia. It just might be the really rigorous, for her, for anyone, rigorous rehab, and she's finally at home and kind of decompressing. I don't know. But I posted on my Facebook group, and like I said, we rarely talk about beauty. If you are a mature beauty, you really, I'm not saying that, I mean, clearly I don't make any money or anything. I have no selfish motive, but you need to join that group, because it's just a very private place to share life. And I had talked about dementia, and I put up a link to an article about dementia that listed kind of, and I've read many online articles about dementia. And to me, this was the most objective, the most clear, the most, here we go, and the 10 signs of it. And it's hard to diagnose, because quite honestly, she's been through this process of diagnosing. But if she's having a good day, it's good. She knows what year it is, she knows what the president is, she knows her birthday, she knows where she lives, she knows the names of her children, yada, 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 yada. If she's having a good day, she passes with flying colors. But when you, like I, live with her day to day, you realize that there's some connections that aren't being made. So, if you've lived through an elder parent or spouse with dementia, I would very much appreciate you joining my group. Even though it's called Lulu's Beauty Friends, it's really not about beauty. It's simply about living life after 50, after 60, after 70, and the things that, yes, beauty related, but also very much life related. So I would love for you to join us. And even if you're younger, of course, I would love to join, because you might be dealing with elderly parents or aging skin or sunspots or SPF. Anyway, in terms of Netflix, I love to tell you about my Netflix Netflix, Amazon, Britcom, Amazon Prime, all of those things. I am rewatching Midsummer Murders, which is 21 seasons long, and I love it. And I think I'm rewatching, I think I'm up to season 7. I just love that series. I love that entire program. I also love Vera. Like, there are no words to describe how much I love Vera. And they finally released her new season, so I've been watching that, and that caused me to go back and rewatch. I don't want to say I'm over the period dramas, because I'm not, but I can't find one that I like. I mean, I've watched quite a few of them, and I like series. I don't like, well, I shouldn't say I don't like one and done movies, because after watching the Oscars, I'm thinking there's a lot of movies I want to watch that are one and done. But personally, I'm not a one and done person. I like a series. I like the building of the character. I like the building of the storyline that goes on and on and on. But the Oscars tonight seem to have quite a few movies about very strong women, and that is right up my alley. So I've been watching Vera, and I've been watching Midsummer Murders, and I think they're both either, I know they're via Amazon Prime, but I think they might be via my additional subscription of BritBox. I don't keep track of these things. Okay, you saw my well, maybe you didn't, but I will link it at the end. There will be an end card at the end, and you can click on it, and you will see my last video as to how I get my, and you'll see my even though I use Prost / generic for Latisse, my lashes, I mean, before that, they were like literally non-existent. And they are better now with Prost, but you will see me go from my very stick straight, small, tiny lashes to really magnificent lashes. Like I'm not wearing, these are my lashes, by using curling, lash curler, a very inexpensive primer, and a very inexpensive mascara, really any mascara. But do watch that video, because I think it's kind of fun, and I do it live. Like, I do it live, and you will see it, you'll see my lashes that don't exist suddenly come to life as though they were false lashes. And fast, like really fast. This next subject. I am really, 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 this year, 2020, trying to grow my channel. And the only way I can do it that I know of is by asking you to share my video. There's a share button somewhere below here. You can like it, which I hope you do. But there's a share button, and when you hit share, it will open up like to your social media. Maybe you're on Instagram, maybe you tweet, maybe you're on Facebook, and it will ask you to share the video. And I would ask that you do that. And in doing that, not only just share it, but say, hey, this is someone I enjoyed on YouTube. Or if you went to watch my lash video, on the lash video, hit share and say, this is a great idea for lashes. I've watched her for years. It's a great process. I'm not going to be shy about asking for this, but I don't monetize, you know that. I don't do sponsorships. I don't accept any PR whatsoever, but I want to know that there is, I don't know, an audience out there that cares. This isn't even about an audience, but I just feel like so much what I have to say matters to a mature YouTube or mature beauty community. I'm not, again, because it's just me buying my own products and giving you my opinion, which you are completely free to disagree with, but I would hope that you would take the time to hit that share and say, hey, this is someone I find familiar, I find hilarious, I find endearing, I find truthful. But, and I know that's a very, very brave step on your part. You may Quite honestly, you may not want your friends and family to know that you even watch beauty videos. I get that. But if you could, I would appreciate it. All right, Jimmy John's. If you're on my Facebook group, you knew I did Jimmy John's this week for delivery. Because of their commercials, Freaky Fast Delivery. It is freaky fast. I don't remember the times, but I think it was from the time I placed my order, and I placed my order for 4 sandwiches. I want to say it was 2:57. I'm making this up. By 3:07, because you can track it, by 3:07 it was out for delivery. All I can tell you is I'm pretty sure I have the numbers right, by 3:13, I was unwrapping my sandwich and eating it. I don't think it would take me longer than that to warm up the car. I was so yes, there's a delivery charge, and yes, you tip, but I think it's worth, you either think it's worth the convenience or you don't. You can, and I get it. Even though it's worth the convenience, it may not fit your budget. But for me, it fit my budget, it fit the convenience. It was fabulous. And I might say, they have a wonderful sandwich called the Vito. Enough about that. I bought my treadmill. I think I mentioned in my 2020 resolutions, I was going to, anyway, one of them was to buy a treadmill. Even if it was December 30th of 2020, I would buy a treadmill. I bought a treadmill already. It was very inexpensive and very, very plain, like basics, like plain. I got it on QVC. I think it was $500, maybe free shipping. Plain, small, no assembly needed. Maximum weight is 264 pounds. Maximum, what's the word? Treading, not walking speed is 3.7 miles, which is plenty for me. It is so simple that I'm using it. It's just I just get on it, hit the remote, get it started, warm up a little bit, keep clicking the remote to get to the speed I want. I am loving it. It is so simple. It's just so, and the dogs love watching me. They just both lie there going, what's she doing? What's she doing? It is wonderful. And then I bought this other contraption that I can't explain that is ouch, ouch, ouch on my inner and outer thighs. But I guess that's kind of good. So I don't do that one as often, but I do my treadmill. This week I did it 5 times a day, 5 minutes, 3 times a day. So this week I'm going to 7 minutes a day, 3 times a day. She is strong. I'm using my arm weights. They're only 5-pound weights, but I'm doing this. And I'm also doing, I should have brought them in here. I have these bands. I think I learned about them from Glitzy, but they're bands and you stretch. And there's 5 of them and each one is more difficult or stronger than the other. And so I'm trying to very much get my arms, I don't think I'm going to get muscles or buff, but they need to be in better shape. All right, what else is on this list of my New Year's resolution update? I don't remember any of them except I have been taking my Vital vitamin supplement, whatever, every single day. Very good about that. And I'm taking it first thing in the morning because you can't eat for 2 hours. I'm doing really great on that. I obviously bought my treadmill and I'm doing great on that. And for the life of me, I can't remember the others except getting in touch with long lost friends. I'm not doing too well with that. I know I have a few others, but those are the ones that stick out. Okay, this should probably be something that is on my Friday magic makeup. I still don't have a name for it. If you have extraordinarily dry skin, I know there are tons of really highly priced videos on products. I know there are many who suggest those products, but I am telling you, if you can get to Whole Foods or you can get to Amazon, Egyptian Magic, it is a tub. If you don't like the idea of using a tub because you're constantly putting your fingers in it, then take a scoop out and put it into a little container. You can find them anywhere, Container Store or any empty eyeshadow, not eyeshadow, eye moisturizer jars. Then just take, with a clean scoop, take them and put them in there and then put the rest away. Egyptian Magic it is magic for dry skin, for very, very, very dry skin. Do not be thinking if you're normal or oily, like don't go anywhere near it. It's been around forever. It's, $11 for a huge, pot. Look at the ingredient list. It's real, it's effective. Egyptian Magic. Okay, and then, this has nothing to do with anything but Abreva. And Walgreens has its own form of Abreva, its own generic form, and it's just as good because that's what I buy. But if you suffer from cold sores, which I do maybe 4 or 5 times a year. My entire life. I don't know what is that, hepatitis 1, or I don't know what it's called, but my mother had horrible cold sores, and I imagine that's where I got them from. But 10, 12, 15 years ago, it's been a long time, somebody said, really, try Abreva, and I thought, it's probably some gimmick. It really works. If you suffer from cold sores, there is this tingle, this something going on. You know it when you feel it. The minute you feel it, start putting Abreva on. It's like a miracle. And if you start getting any of the pustules, dermatologists all over will be screaming at me, but break them. Get that liquid out of the pustules and then put Abreva on. Gone within 3 days versus 2 weeks. Cold sores and scars and those yucky, crusty things. Abreva is unbelievable, and I'm here to tell you that Walgreens brand is just as excellent. I'm never, ever, 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 ever without it in my house. The minute I feel that, and if you have cold sores regularly, you know what I'm talking about. It's just this, not itching, not tingling, but you feel something. That has been a lifesaver for me. Let me think what else. Really, that's kind of it for my rundown for a Sunday. Bravo to all the Oscar winners. What a dream. And the nominees, and those even, those were not nominees. Can you imagine that audience has been built with people who have pursued a dream that says you're going to have no success in. And they're sitting there in a dream, part of that incredible Hollywood industry. It gives me the chills to think about people who have no matter what, have stuck to their guns and went for it and went for it and failed and failed and failed and went for it and talked to more people and networked and went to the right parties and got to know this. Because it's about networking. It's like business. It's about networking. And they did it. And now they're getting Oscars. What incredible honor. I don't know who most of these people are, but I know that signifies the best of the best, and they had to work like dogs. Not just in whatever endeavor they're in, whatever movie they're in, but their entire lives. Can you imagine how many people go to California to hoping to be discovered hoping to find the right agent, firing an agent, finding a new agent. Talk about tenacity. Those that were there tonight, talk about tenacity. That's what it's about. Anyway, so I hope I made sense, because as I said, this was definitely a whiny. I meant to do this at the beginning, but if you're at the end, that's okay. Let me know. I don't know if you noticed, but I've been doing headbands as my Sunday marketing, my brand. So this could be next Sundays. It's rose gold, and just whatever they're called. Certainly they're not crystals or rhinestones, but this is a double headband. So this is number 1, the crystal double headband that I can wear next week. And the other one is a double, more pearl. A pearl headband. I can make it as narrow and make it look like one headband, or I can make it up to 2. But let me know which you prefer. If you prefer the pearl, or if you prefer the, what is that? Excusez-moi, it's a bottle. Oh, I didn't intend to show this to you, but it's my TCA peel. I get them from Makeup Artist Choice. I trust them with my life. I buy other products from them. Fabulous, fabulous company. So, number 1, what did I say? Number 1 is the rose gold double headband. And this is number 2, and it's the pearl and crystal headband. So let me know what you would like me to wear next week. Do you love this one? I love it. I love this one. Thank you, ladies and gents. It's a little later than usual. I've had a little more wine than usual watching the Oscars. I think maybe, if I had to say an overall about the Oscars, I would say kind of boring. Maybe, I don't watch movies, stray movies, rent movies, so I don't know if this was just a lousy year of movies. But none of them stood out to me. But still, the Oscars must go on, and you must find the best of the best. I don't know about any of these, but who am I to say, since I don't go to movies? Really, I probably shouldn't get a vote. But tell me which headband you would like down below. And tell me if your best picture won, or if you want something else to win. I'm very curious what people at large thought about the Oscars and who they wanted to win. Thank you so much. Good night. Have a great week. And please watch my Friday makeup fun. Thank you. Bye-bye.